Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 1163 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today, we're going to talk about new one-person opportunities, and they don't even have to be new, but now they're one-person opportunities rather than having a whole crew and a fortune in startup fees for these businesses. And I hope you didn't miss episode 1162. That was called AI Does Not Make You Special. This was an episode to help you determine the things you should put to the forefront that helps you stand out from the crowd. That was 1162. Anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number. That was 1162. AI Does Not Make You Special. And pick up a copy of my brand new, yay, automation ebook, How to Automate Your Business Without Pulling Your Hair Out. That's version 4.0. If you've had 3.0, which thousands of you have, this one is going to blow that one away. So it's time to download the new version. And check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com and my school at imtcva.org, certified to operate by Chev. All right, let's talk about the next $1 million company you could start. And it might have one employee, and that's you. Okay. Sam Altman, the guy, the OpenAI ChatGPT guy, he just said today, as I'm recording this, AI, it could produce the biggest boom in small business creation because of lower technical capabilities needed to do all the stuff you need to do, and startup costs that in some cases are cheaper than a visit to, a restaurant. A cheap restaurant. I mean, a McDonald's, which isn't cheap anymore, but literally, this AI could help you start businesses like bam. All right. And an example with me. Now, I've been preaching for years that people in the graphics field should find another way to make money because even years ago, I used a program called iPicky. It's like a Temu Photoshop, right? But it was so easy for me to create graphics. Now, even that's almost by the wayside because now I'm just thinking up ideas, talking them into ChatGPT because the Image 2 model is way better than their first image creation. That was crazy. But now I just think up an idea and I come out with a gorgeous, properly sized, unique graphic based on my idea that nobody else is going to have unless they copy mine. I mean, if you download this new Automate Free ebook, I'd say 98% of the graphics in it, maybe 99%, were me just talking into ChatGPT to support the ideas that I'm teaching in that book, and it's blowing out beautiful graphics. All right. Now, graphics typically was a one-person business for freelancers in the past. All right. So that's not anything new. And by the way, I'm not talking about new businesses so much here today, as opposed to having a business that you can start for almost nothing by yourself with no payroll and all that stuff. See? Another thing, video editing. Now, I have a full-time video editor, but he doesn't edit video full-time because he's also the chief instructor of my school. So he's got other projects going on that he works on, running the school and, handling students' questions and grading assignments and things like that. And I still rely on him for really difficult video editing because video editing is way harder. Like I've edited every one of these podcasts because I'm like a trained monkey, basically. All right. Because once you learn how to do it, it's just over and over and over the same thing. But video editing is much more difficult, except now you can tell a program, take this raw footage and make a finished video out of it and just hit the button and go have a cup of coffee. All right. And CapCut is got all these things. You see a lot of my Facebook stories, if you look at that, are just templates that I plug a picture of mine or a video of mine in and come out with this very, crazy, unique video, say. So there's all kinds of things like this. So some other examples, and again, most of these are not any kind of new business. These are businesses that typically took multiple people right off the bat to run. And one is niche publishing. So that's, you could be a solopreneur for years now and publish Kindle books and so forth. But to turn them out in large quantities, well, that's a different story, and have them, good, not just Kindle slop. That's a new term we're developing. So niche publishing, ad agencies. You could have a small ad agency running ads for multiple businesses all by yourself because of the tools available for you. Research services. Yes, there's been freelancers doing that for a long time by themselves, but they could only handle so much because how hard it was to research. Well, now they could handle, lots and lots of clients because they're going to type it into ChatGPT and go deep dives and then have it turn out a report and deliver it to the client. And they could have 10 clients in an hour if they wanted, see? So that's another one. Microsoftware. Now, software is something I never touched in the 32 years I've been doing this. I think I tried one little thing, but it was a nightmare and it was just crazy. So I want nothing to do with that. However, I just created a piece of software for I think it was my crowdfunding ebook, where I went to Lovable and I pay a small fee per month and I just tell it what I want the software to do and it does it. All right. So I'm going to make one as soon as I get a chance for this new automation book that I just came out with that you're going to download for free at screwthecommute.com/automate free. So you can make software. You still, even before Lovable came along, you could tell ChatGPT, make me this certain thing, and it'd give you the code for it. It's just crazy stuff you can do by yourself that used to take a team of programmers to do. You could have a training company that's all virtual, so virtual courses, and you could have an entire media company that creates podcasts, videos, newsletters, and courses, and all whatever else they've invented. One person doing all of it, see? And it might not even be full time to do it. That's how you could be doing it on have a regular. Well, I hate to use dirty words on these things, but job, you know what I mean? That dirty word, and doing this on the side, and it's running all day, 24/7. In addition to your salary from work. All right. Like I said, these are not new businesses. They're just now you can do them with one person running it with no payroll, no workman's comp, no payroll, no health insurance for employees, no 401k administration for them. You still might want to do this stuff in a corporation or LLC for yourself. Okay, that's cool. But it's just amazing what you can do by yourself now. And I've always been, I started hiring employees. We got to like 1.2 million a year 20 years ago. And I said, well, I'd rather hire people and take a load off myself than just pay it in taxes. See? So now you have a choice. You can do as much as you can yourself until you get sick of it. And if you got enough money coming in, then you hire somebody. I'm not against hiring people, or I prefer freelancers because of the payroll tax situation, but you have to make sure they're actually in the U.S. 1099 employees or 1099. I just messed up there. 1099 contractors is what they are. But you have to make sure they really are, or you could get a lot of trouble with the tax people and end up paying a lot of money. So make sure they're actually freelancers. And I think we have episodes on how to prove that. But anyway, the opportunity is just enormous now for single people. If you're afraid to jump in because you don't want to quit your job, and it's, that's the security you need for your family and yourself, keep your job. Do this on the side as a side hustle. Quit watching the stupid football games and quit wasting your time in the evenings with Netflix and start a business. And for most people that are diligent about it, they say, man, I wish I'd have done this 20 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, because they exceeded what they were making at work. And then they could quit and spend more time with their family and doing the things they want to do, rather than, oh, well, that's what this podcast is about, screwing the commute. All right. You drive somewhere when you want to, not when you have to. All right. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Check out my mentor program, greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. We work with you one-on-one to help you through all of this stuff. And it's the most unique, most successful ever in the field of internet and digital marketing. So check it out at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. And if you're in it, you get a scholarship to my school, imtcva.org. And that's certified to operate by Chev. Well, what does that mean? That means that a government body is scrutinizing my every move, all right, as opposed to almost 100% of every ad you see online, nobody is checking up on that person. They could be lying through their butt and there's no consequences to it. So I had to go through 3 years of background checks and curriculum checks and all this stuff. And every year have to do it again. All right. Check that out. So it's a safe place to come to get your education that you need to be successful in all this stuff. So check that out, imtcva.org, and I will catch you on the next episode. See you later.